Get your jacket. Yeah, I need mine too. It's on the bed. Shoot a little vlog content. This frame is so boring, this room. But the shears is gonna be way brighter in the morning. It looks nice right now. I wish the windows went a little lower. So we get that. I think next I'm gonna close the shade and we'll put the our color wash on there. They probably want a little more fill, but we'll start extra dramatic. Option 2, branding color. Although we're doing some interviews for a sponsor and then the client, and they have 2 different color palettes. So I don't really want to be switching colors because we're doing one subject or multiple subjects all day, and they're doing questions for 2 different videos, 2 different branding packages, but that's an option. And option 3, looking the other way with the credenza. So put our subject in the blank spot, and then when we flop the eye line, we can just pan left and do the inverse on this side. There's a water cooler back there, but like Beck's body would cover the majority of the water cooler, so I'm not too worried. That's an 85 mil at f2.0. I don't like the 1.4 because the ears start to go too out of focus. I get 2 sharp eyes, and I like this. My lens is a little above eye line, but I think for Beck, it's a lot of chin. I might go up a little more. Austin, Texas, JW Marriott property. I work here on the different corporate kind of jobs. Every couple of months, I'll be on an assignment at the JW. However, this is the first time a client's put me up on property. I'm usually staying over the river, 15 minutes away, lower class hotels, but we're going to be here all week, 5 days. We had a load in and build day, which was wonderful, and then managed to get up and try out the pool. One of the great things about being on that ship in Antarctica is I got to sit in the hot tub pretty much every day at the end of work. I still got maybe 2 more vlog posts to edit together from time down in the South Shetland Islands and Tierra del Fuego, Beagle Channel, the return side of the voyage. Production continued. I'll get those out in the coming weeks, but figured I get kind of a bunch of other local jobs, domestic jobs have been piling up on my phone and need to free up some space. So moving on here, I try to do the vlogs in linear form, but in this case, we'll go a little out of order just to break things up and get a little break from Antarctica. If you want to see some of the other stuff I've been working on. This year has been on the slow side year to date for me. I need to study the numbers. I always think it's worse than it is, but it sure feels like it's the slowest for me ever in terms of quantity of days, but I don't know if that's actually the case. I'll put together a video at some point. We'll analyze the numbers, look at QuickBooks, analyze the calendar over the past 5 and 10 years. So here are the risers for the iMag cams. If you refer back a couple of months, I had to build and provide a riser for a conference. Looked exactly like these things, 4x4 squares. These were actually a couple inches higher than the one I built, and if you saw that vlog post, you saw the safety guy at the location said we couldn't use those risers without staircases with handrails and a surround handrail around the entire riser. Never in my career have I seen that for a camera riser, and viewers confirmed that for me, so thank you. They decided to do the eye line for some of the interviews direct to camera. I wasn't prepared for that, but I did have that FX30 on standby, so we just used a 7-inch monitor and the FX30 under the director's monitor to do an eye direct. And we're on an 85 mil prime, kind of standard close up like the test shots you saw at the beginning. And you could not discern the difference in where they're looking versus down the barrel. It looked clean, like it's a proper through the lens prompter. Beck's first visit to the underside of the bridge on Congress Street to see the bats with all the other tourists. What's that? Behind me, yeah. Need some ladies on those bowls. 5 days of back-to-back interviews in a little conference room, and then I also had to break away numerous times to get B-roll of the different people we interviewed. So I had the FX3 set up on the gimbal to go get that. We were moving nonstop each day. I didn't really have an opportunity to BTS, and Beck was super busy too between audio, helping with lights, and then we had an editor on site that was shooting B-roll on my second FX9. Final day in Austin conflicted with the monthly Fight Night live stream, so I prepped all the gear and left it at the gym for the crew, and we made it down there kind of mid-stream to check out the setup. See, we got the gimbal cam over the dressing rooms, and then the opposing side, Ice is on a A-frame ladder, handheld operating. I have a 6-foot platform ladder on order, which will be much more comfortable, and the top of the cage is about 8 foot 3 inches. So we'll have plenty of vertical over the cage to get down shots when the fighters are directly underneath. Next step of improvement you'll see in an upcoming vlog is I'm working on tally lights and headsets for the cam ops. Everyone's running blind right now.
You know, there's a couple of corporate campuses that have like foam this thick, and I've blown bearings on rock and rollers. So instead, now I got a little self-operated one finger and it goes by itself. And now it makes my life so much easier. So both forward, reverse, and free spool. So that way, if the battery does die, I can just push it still, and it has no issues. So this is going to improve my game so much nicer.
And then, so that's the battery pack, obviously.
Yep, that's the battery, master switch, charger. You can optionally, this is just the Make Your Cart Go kit. So you can optionally get a dual Anton Bauer battery plate, which I'll see how this goes. I may want to do that, but the nice thing about that is I'll always have Anton Bauers on the chute, right? So I just use the batteries I already have, the charger I already have. But this is a great cheap solution that I don't have to worry about. And so far, I've never charged this thing in the couple months I've had it. Now, I haven't really been using it, but I've heard that full use, it'll go for multiple weeks of shooting. So it's quite nice.
Dual motor? Two-wheel drive?
Dual,
or?
Yeah, so each wheel has its own motor, and I have the dual wheel kit.
So, okay.
This isn't part of the kit. This is just the standard wheel that my upfitter was able to get me with nice hydraulic locks on it, and compatible with the same ride height that the Make Your Cart Go kit has, whatever the brand name is. But they're cool guys, so I like it.
I mentioned I was looking for some vintage gear for my home office. Shout out to Peter Mokri in Dallas and Ryan Mitchell. They found it for me, and I called in the favor with Ryan to go pick it up with his liftgate while I was out of town.
Look at that.
It is an empty cart, but that's still impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not a light cart, though.
A little over, or more than half of the springs are attached. One of them I know came off the spool.
Are there some others that are spooled but not engaged? Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one. Right.
like-
Oh no, yeah, that one's not attached.
So each of these have 2 springs. So there's one not attached here. The rest are attached.
Yeah, and this one's available up here.
Yeah. And these are up there, but they're not attached. This one over here has unraveled,
Yeah.
which could be fixable.
Well. Yeah, the ITE ones that I used long ago, up here, I forget if it was above or under the steering wheel, there was a tray where you could put smaller weights to fine tune the head balance. But I never used the Matthews head. The head's in really good shape. So happy it came with the wedge plate. So some zoom demands, the demand is the handle. So you just take off the factory handle and slide your demand on. And then other ones like clamp on the handle. Nice piece of machine work.